Dolph time. Hey guys, so this is actually gonna be the Mondays with Dolph vlog that I usually be doing with everything, but this one is a very special one. I'm already back from Comic-Con because I was not smart enough to do it before, but I wanted to just say I really had a lot of fun on this trip. It was a great time. There's a lot of cool stuff I got to do. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to show of the actual build because we're still under an NDA with everything for this trip, so I'll try to at least show the video from what they showed for Comic-Con of the build and some stuff they posted, so you guys can definitely see that. But I'm excited, and let's get into it. Hey guys, so we got to LA. We are at least I am. I know everyone else is pretty exhausted. We had 29 hours. You guys saw some of the footage that I took of just going through like Texas and Arizona, New Mexico, all that kind of stuff. It was crazy. It was a super long drive. It took a lot longer than I had hoped it would. And we stayed at this hotel, and I love this view that we got. It's pretty amazing. It's if you guys could tell, this is a zoom back as I can get. Sorry. It's I don't know, for some reason why they don't want you looking out the window. Maybe they're doing some stuff illegally out there. I don't know. It's pretty nuts. But so I'm probably gonna bring this camera, but later today I am going to, sorry, I was just trying to make sure the shotgun mic was on right. I'm gonna go to hang out with one of my friends that lives down here. And see how all that goes, and I'm gonna need to ask Grayson, but to try to see if Gameville's okay with filming some of the inside, not even just for this, but just for like behind the scenes stuff. That's the reason why I'm here, for Comic-Con and stuff like that, and helping out with everything. So I'm excited to see this, and I will see you guys later. Whoa! Hey guys, we're at the beach, and it is pretty awesome. I'm with my friend Alex.
What's up?
He lives here. He's showing me around. Like, there's tons of people all over the place. They're nuts, and they're from California, so it's gonna be crazy. And he's the king of the hill. But this is the pier and everything. It's pretty dope. I'm loving it out here. I kind of wish I lived here, but at the same time I don't. It is insanity. It's so cool.
Lots of traffic.
Lots of traffic. What's your favorite thing about living here?
The traffic.
The traffic?
No, probably the beach.
Probably the beach?
Mountain climbing.
Mountain climbing. Oh man. Hey guys, so it is the end of Comic-Con. I am super exhausted and super happy with how everything went. I don't know for sure how much I'm gonna be able to post, at least on this vlog, just because we're still under an NDA with the client that we had. So I definitely want to post the pictures and the video they released for this. So I think I'll have that going on earlier before this part. But there was a teaser trailer, and I don't know by the time this comes out if they'll have the full trailer out. But there's an NDA which means a non-disclosure agreement, if you don't know what that means. So there's stuff that if they don't approve of it, that we can't post it. So this is just the Airbnb we stayed at. It was super nice, really nice. But it's just been a very long week. If you guys couldn't tell, I even said on one of my posts, but we were working pretty long days for a lot of the con. We did actually get to go on the floor and get to do the dinosaur, and actually get to enjoy the con a little bit. But it's been an awesome week. It's been a tiring week, we're still in San Diego right now. We're actually leaving. Today is Sunday when I'm recording this, so we're leaving tonight or later this evening. Gotta get stuff packed still with everything, but I'm really hoping to be able to show you guys more of the custom stuff and everything soon, because I really enjoyed how stuff turned out. There's a lot of cool pictures and videos that we did with this stuff at Comic-Con, and so I'm excited to see where this goes. But all in all, I really enjoyed this whole trip with everything. I'm sure it would have been a lot more fun if I was actually going as like a bystander, but I did get to go to Comic-Con for free, and we got paid to do it, so it was great. Oh, and then Saturday we went to a place called Fleming's. They treated us to dinner, which was not a thing that we were expecting at all, and I'm super thankful for them wanting to be a part of us, and they really enjoyed what we do and what we brought to the table with our cosplay. But sorry, this camera is a lot heavier than my other one, so I'm trying to like get it so it's not super shaky, but it's just trying to get comfortable, and there's not really a way of doing that. But I'm just super thankful for just that stuff I got. It was the most expensive steak I ever got. It was like a $70 steak, and they even told us like, hey, you should get these kind of steaks, these specialty cuts. And I'm like, all right, if you guys are saying that's okay, I'm gonna definitely do it. So I had that. Had some, it was like called the Fleming's potatoes, but it's basically like cheesy scalloped potatoes, which is dope. And then they were all getting drinks and stuff, so I just got an old fashioned, which is it's got whiskey in it, and it was awesome. So I'm super pumped to be done with this. We got a 30-hour drive on the way back, so I'll probably do like some video just showing us driving and stuff like that, and then I'll probably do like I'm back home kind of thing whenever I do get back home, but we'll see. I don't know. We're all pretty tired, and the drive's not going to be the funnest, but at the same time we're super happy with how everything went, and the client is too, and that's really all that I could ask for in all this stuff. And honestly, like one of the guys that was with the company is called Gameville. I was like, I'm sorry that you guys can go on the floor more, and honestly I was more wanting just to please them and put out the best product we could. So we're excited, but I'm gonna be going back home. We're super all tired, but we're gonna get into it, and I will see you guys later. Wow. Hey guys, so this is I'm back. It's been a couple days since getting off the trip. It was another like 30 hours of driving, which is a lot. It's luckily we got to like take turns driving. I couldn't imagine trying to do it by yourself. It would take me a while to do it, because I did it in like chunks of 5 to 6 hours and resting. And also I felt bad for anyone that had to be like up by themselves. So not a lot of times, but there's definitely times where I probably should have been trying to sleep or get some rest, but I was like, I don't want to leave them up by themselves, so I stayed awake, which is probably not the greatest idea with everything, but it was just a lot of fun. Like on the ride back, I think, because Grayson started off and he drove till about midnight, and then I took over from there till about 5:36, I think, and then I went to bed, and then they drove a bunch. We got lunch and dinner, and then I drove from midnight to 5:30, somewhere on there. I really don't remember the times too much. I just remember being exhausted. Like one of the reasons why, especially in the last leg, I really wanted to push it for myself, even though I was exhausted. Like I wasn't to the point of me like I should pull over, but I was just tired. The reason why I did that is just because when I just calculated, because we like the speed limit is like 75, so around that speed, like with how many miles we had left, I calculated if I go till about 5, there should be 3.5 hours left until we get back home, or to get to my place. And I know Grayson had to go up to drop Liam off, and then also go to the office to drop everything off at the office, which I felt really bad because it was a long drive for everyone. I was like, I want to drive as much as possible before Grayson has to take over, because I just don't want him to be overly tired just trying to get back home and stuff like that. So but I actually talked to him today. Yeah, it was today, right? Or yesterday. today or yesterday, I don't remember for sure, just seeing how everything's going. He seems to be doing really well. I'm really bummed because we were going to do kind of like a get-together celebratory dinner thing. I guess it'd be, for you guys, it'd be last Thursday, but I have stuff going on, so I can't make it, but I know he wants to hang out, and we actually have some stuff pretty much the day this comes out, I think, or Tuesday. We have some more stuff we need to do film-wise for the cosplay and everything, but it's more just like interviews and stuff like that, so it won't be tough. But I'm still filming on that Luminix GH5, which I absolutely fell in love with. This camera is so amazing. I'm really jealous that I don't get just to keep this with me, because I would 100% sell my Canon and buy one of these. This camera, one, it shoots great. It is the quality, at least compared to my Canon. Why can't I think of it? TD or what is it? The 5. It's the 5i, I think is what I have. I don't remember Canon. I don't remember. I'm still getting over the long trip, so my brain is not all there if it's not evident. But let's see. So, but I love this camera. The camera's amazing. So, got this for a couple more days. So I'm gonna try to do some filming on this for sure. So there will definitely be some videos down the road that will look, at least face camera wise, will look better than the one that I have now. But at the same time, it's all good. But if you guys didn't see, there is this footage of the con, or not the con. Shoot, sorry. Luckily it's muted. Of the video we did for Summoner's War. And so I was gonna play that and just kind of talk about it, because it turned out really good. This is only the teaser, and I know hopefully, I think by next week, I think, is when the full trailer is gonna come out. But we're just gonna watch this. So I wasn't able to get the video from Grayson in time to do this, so the video quality is not as good as the actual videos, but this turned out so cool. So the character we did is Veligul, and I freaking love, I've really been loving Summoner's War a lot. So, but this is on their page. So cool thing like this is the wings like unfurled and everything. And okay. So that was all that. So it unfurled and everything, and it turned out bomb. Like, everything was amazing. Like I said, I wish I could show some of these pictures, because like even the president of Gameville, or come to us, I don't know for sure which one it was, came down to the booth, and we even had him let him open the wings and unfurl the wings, and he was super pumped. I guess him smiling and clapping for something like this was a huge deal, which I didn't know that, which was great, because everyone at the booth was like, you guys killed it. We really, really love working with you guys. So me, Grayson, all of them were like, yes, 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 this is what we want, because anything, at least like me, Grayson, and Liam, like our things, just like we just want to put out the best content we can, either through video or through these cosplays or whatever it may be. We just want to put out the best content. So however that may be, and if we really like, people even at the booth were like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry you guys aren't being able to walk the floor and stuff like that, and we're like, we're here for you guys. Like, we really appreciate you guys thinking about us for this, but we really want to just like be as accommodating as possible for this Comic-Con, because Comic-Con's huge and you guys paid us to be here. So we want to be as accommodating as possible. So like that kind of stuff, I'm just like it was just funny. So but luckily we did, on Saturday night we got to go into, actually, because we did a ton of filming. Like I said, I wish I could show you guys some of the stuff, like behind the scenes stuff that they shot, but we did a ton of filming, or I didn't. Come to us did a ton of filming, and so we basically, me, Grayson, and Liam were like the bodyguards, because even without, like, the wings unfurled are 18 feet wide, so without it unfurled, I think it's like 8 to 9 feet wide, so it's way bigger than anything it normally is anyways. And people at Comic-Con, I don't know if it's just any con, do not care to run into anything, so his wings would have really been messed up if we didn't do anything. So Usually me and Grayson, especially the first 2 days because Liam was in the suit. So we just like, I was on basically like when we had to go walk around, it was just basically just saying, excuse me, watch out, excuse me, wings coming through is usually what I'd say, or angel coming through, and people still would not matter. I'm like, this is something that's important to our clients. So if people didn't move, I wouldn't bash people's shoulder, but we're walking kind of slow and people just slam into me and you're just like, jeez, chill out, dude. Just give like a sec, like literally if they would have like taken 1 second off of their walk, just to kind of just shimmy off to their right or left or whatever side I was on, they would have been fine. But dude, and then they'd be like, dude, excuse you. And I'm like, I don't want to be mean, but I'm like, look what's here. Are you not watching where you're going, kind of thing? And it's not like we're just like running through the con or anything. Like we're taking our time because we don't want to like mess with people or get like hurt anyone with these wings or anything like that. So it's just, I don't know. That was the one thing that was the most annoying about the con, is like people just do not care. Like that's the one thing. Like I wouldn't say all of them do, but I would say at least 50%. If you're not saying, excuse me, watch out, they're like, everyone's just on their phone. We're like trying to go in the middle, out of the way as much as possible. Because there's like booths everywhere, like with all these figurines, or there's like the Marvel booth next to us. And so I was really, really bummed because if we would have gotten there a couple hours earlier, I think on Friday, or if we would have done different times, we could have saw the whole cast of the Avengers, made a surprise appearance at the Marvel booth, which wasn't that big for being Marvel compared to like the DC booth and stuff. It was still like big, but it wasn't massive. So it was just funny because it was like a stage that was maybe like 30 feet wide and like 6 feet like deep, I guess, and they had the whole Avengers cast on there. And I guess like when that all happened, like you couldn't stand anywhere pretty much. So it was good or bad. It would have sucked to try to get through that. If we had this suit on to get through the floor, that would have really sucked. But yeah, so everything outside of that was a lot of fun. Like I said, the only parts that really sucked was just the driving aspect, which I knew was going to be the worst part of everything that happened. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, on Saturday night too, I had the best steak I've ever had. So it was just very, very nice. This is not, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last vlog or in the last like piece before this, when I was still in California. But they treated us to really nice steakhouse next to the convention center called Fleming's. And I just like everything on the menu was so expensive. Like I think the cheapest thing was like $30, and I was like, oh gosh, like, and then I just felt really bad because it's like their money, and I just don't like, I'm just a kind of a person that I just don't really want to waste people. Like I don't think it's wasting people's money. I just don't like taking advantage of people when they're being that generous, just because I've seen it being like, hey, get whatever you guys want, whatever, and people are like, okay, and they get like tons of stuff, and you're like, okay, like, all right, I guess they're taking it to the max with that stuff. But with me, I was like, oh man, steak sounds amazing. But literally the cheapest one, I think it was like $60. And I was like, oh, that's an expensive steak. And then Gary, I think his head of marketing, if I remember right, he's like, well, I was just looking at the menu, and he was not sitting next to me, but the person next to Juliana who was sitting next to me, and he was like, look at these signature cuts, those are the best things to get, I would suggest this. And I'm like, okay. So it was a dry aged ribeye steak. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then we got these, it's called Fleming potatoes, but it was basically like scalloped potatoes, which is, if you don't know, scalloped potatoes are like they're the thin slices of potatoes, like thin and like circular. But it was like cheesy of those, and those were amazing. And the other thing I got, because everyone was getting like wine and stuff, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get a drink. And I love whiskey, if you guys didn't know. And I was like, what is on here that's got whiskey in it? And the only thing I could find was an old fashioned, which I do like old fashions. So I was like, all right, I'll just get one of these, because like everyone's wine, like a glass of wine was like $25 plus, and the old fashioned I think it was like $15. So I'm like, all right, I feel okay with getting this. And so we get like we order the drinks and the steak all at the same time, but we get the drinks way before I get the food, or anyone gets food. And I that whole day, the only thing that we had just because like we didn't have a ton of stuff. Like we didn't have a green room to change. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. We didn't have a green room to change Liam or Evan, the other model, into for this. Luckily we were in Hall C and at the booth, and then Hall D was right next to it, and they did have like an area where people could like hang out, but there's usually always a space at the area that was big enough for us to suit up. So luckily that was there. Like super thankful for that, because I don't know where else we would have suited, because there's so many people walking, and you can't, like, if you try to like if you stand somewhere too long, especially where people are walking, all the security guards will tell you like you need to move. So there's no way where we could have suited up anywhere near the booth. So luckily that was really there, and I'm super thankful for that. But what was it? So we did all that. I wish I could show pictures of like who we took pictures with the suit. Like we got pictures with Thanos, Deadpool, Spider-Man. Like they had one of their characters is a panda, like a panda priest, I think. I can't remember what his name is, but they had like a panda head. And so like there was a guy in the Iron Spider like bodysuit, and then he's wearing the panda head. Who else? There's a bunch of other people. The stormtroopers that were in business suits. Just those are really cool cosplays at this con. But so like I said, I wish I could show you guys this stuff, because it actually, like, a lot of stuff turned out really cool. But outside of that, with the drinking stuff, like I got my drink. Oh yeah, because we didn't have a lot of room with everything. We would just get Soylent or Grayson brought Soylent with, which, if you guys don't know, that's a meal replacement. It's just like a shake like this big, or milk, like just some kind of liquid that gives you nutrients, and it's like a meal replacement. So I basically told him like, hey, like did they have food in the, I don't think they had food in the convention like selling that. I know there was definitely stuff outside of it, but I was like telling Grayson like I really don't want to like have to leave and then come back with food and then do all that stuff again, because I don't know if they let food in. I don't remember if I ever saw anyone with food. But so we're just like, hey, let's just bring Soylent, because usually how it was is like we'd be like, our times were like 11 to 1 and then 3 to 5 or something like that, or 11 to 1, or yeah, 11 to 1 and then 3 to 5 or 3 to 4. And then so we'd basically be able to get stuff for breakfast, like real food, but we didn't have anything for lunch. So I'm like, hey, let's just have this meal replacement for that. So I remember not eating barely anything like at all, and then having that Soylent for lunch. And then so when I got the drink, I forgot about that. So like after like sipping it, just talking to everyone, because they were all good friends and really got to know them really well. The people that worked at the booth invited us to dinner. Everything kind of started getting like a little tipsy, and not to the point of like getting drunk or anything, but it was definitely like, if I would have kept going fast at it, I definitely would have got there. So Liam, who's the guy that was Velajewel for 2 of the days, he was sitting across from me, and even on the way back, he was like, yeah, I could tell, like, you just went dead silent for about like 5 to 10 minutes. And I was like, yep, I didn't want to say anything dumb. So I was just silent. But as soon as the steak got there and I got some food in me, like it all like subsided, and it was really like I was talking and everything. But I was just like, literally in my head, I'm like, I don't want to say anything dumb. I don't want to say anything dumb. Please don't say anything dumb. So what I'm going to do, like the only thing I can think of is like, I'm just going to go quiet. I'm going to go black. So I'm going to go into like it's airplane mode with this and just go silent. So but it was a lot of fun. I've been actually like I started playing it a little bit before we left, just to get used to more of the characters and stuff. But actually Summoner's War is a lot of fun. I'm not paid or anything from them for this, but I really have been enjoying it. Whenever I got some free time lately, I've been kind of just hanging out playing it in between work and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm excited. I think there's nothing to confirm yet, but it sounds like they really like us and they want to keep working with us, at least from all the PR team, all of the marketing team, all of the events team. They really like us, with how hard we work and just all of the detail we put into everything, and just make sure everything works when it needs to. Yeah, everything just went smooth with everything, and there's some really cool opportunities coming up in the next, I think like by this fall, which is really, really cool, because this is like the main reason why we did this is to, one, we really wanted to get our foot in the door with all this, with Howl effects. But two is like, we just really want to be in this kind of world also, because Liam, the guy that was Velajul in that video and everything, like I was talking to, I really got to get to know him on the drive because we had a long time. And I really, like, he's an awesome dude. And to find out that, like, one of his things that he really wants to do in his life is to be an armor builder and a fabricator, like, to do cosplays and stuff. So it's really cool that, like, this stuff's all kind of, like, heading that direction, which we're really pumped, because everyone, not just from our clients, but everyone that go by our booth, and then we're just, like, literally, like, all the comments, like, whoa, your wings unfurl, and like, whoa, that thing's awesome, you guys did amazing. Even like other cosplayers, like, whoa. They're like, I've never seen this before. And we're like, yeah, like pretty much what we actually built is, because the wings come out on the top and there's also two back wings, I think that's, at least from what we could tell, it was the first automated cosplay that that's done that, all motorized and everything, at least that we could tell. So it was like a first for Comic-Con ever, which is really, really cool to think about that. So, but it was just awesome. The only thing that sucked is the whole suit weighed 60 pounds. So like anytime that we had a break, me or Grayson would lift up on the back brace that held everything and just let him kind of like move his shoulders around and kind of get readjusted, because it was heavy. And then also I would always be asking if he needs water, or me or Grayson always be asking if he needed water, or we had like a portable fan that we'd bring too, just to cool off. Because even though we were in a convention center that was probably like 76 or 77 degrees, so it's not hot, or maybe it was 75, I don't know, it was like mid 70s, so it wasn't hot, but it wasn't like freezing either. And even standing at that booth, you just get super hot. And there was one, I think I was on Friday, Grayson was talking to someone at the booth, and I went up to Liam and just said, hey, how are you doing, man? Here's some water. He's like, thank you. And I'm like, how are you doing with everything? He's like, dude, I need to be done. And I'm like, okay. And I was about to go to Grayson and just ask him, and then Grayson's like, 20 more minutes. And Liam's like, all right. So like you could really tell like when someone's just getting exhausted, because it's a lot of weight. So I know it was just funny too. I didn't like want to be mean and videotape him, but literally both nights Liam had to wear it. We would be in our Airbnb, and for like not even like 20 minutes, or not even, I was maybe like 15 minutes, like he'd be laying down in the pull-out bed, and within like that time I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, sounds good. And then like I was trying to find a picture to show him, because I was like, hey, look at this picture, turned out cool. And he was already like out, like he slept with we had like Howl FX hats in his Howl shirt, or in a shirt and his jeans and shoes and everything. He fell asleep in it, and he woke up in that too the next day. So it was just kind of funny like that. You could just tell how exhausted he was. But yeah, so everything was a lot of fun. I'm excited to show you guys more footage when we can, or when I can, with everything. There's a lot of cool stuff coming your guys' way with stuff outside of the gameplay and all that stuff. So I really appreciate everything. You guys are amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to do as much video, or not, I guess I didn't try as much, but I definitely, whenever we had time, I didn't want to, like, there was just like, I knew if I tried filming a lot more, I would just been like, either it would have taken away from the client, which is not what I wanted, or I just would have been too exhausted, and it just wouldn't have turned out as good as I'd want to. So, oh well, it turned out great. I'm excited for everything, but hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have anything for any other kind of videos you guys want to see outside of like these daily, these weekly vlogs, let me know. I love just doing this stuff too, because I love interacting more with you guys, because the gameplays you get to do that, but it seems like it's not as much, and that's one reason why I love doing live videos too. But hope you guys are having an awesome week with everything, and just an awesome day too. But God, I pray you be there and watch these videos and on this channel. God, I pray take care of them, that you bless them. Let them be the people you called them to be. Let them find the path that you've called them to, and let them be able to be passionate about the things that they want in their life, and that they be able to be happy with everything you give them. God, I pray they just always keep blessing us, giving us wisdom, prosperity, favor, and just everything that we need to keep going in the perseverance, God. So I just thank you for who you are and what you do and what you continue to do in my life and everyone's life, God. So I just pray this on your name. Amen. Well, like I said, I hope you guys are having an awesome day and an awesome week. And if you remember nothing else too, remember it's Dolph time. All right, I'll see you guys later.